What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Octave Shreds. I'm Octave. Pleasure to see you again. Sorry it's been a little while since I updated. I've been a busy man. Number one, first and foremost, thank you so much for helping Infernal be the most successful music endeavor I've ever been a part of. Thank you. It was the number one metal, Infernal, the tune with Cell Dweller, was the number one metal tune on SoundCloud, the number one trending metal tune on SoundCloud for like a while. That was really crazy. It tore up the charts. It did a lot of really awesome stuff, and I can't thank you guys enough, so thank you so much. Really appreciate it. But since then, it's been a crazy few months, so I'm going to catch you up as quick as I can, and then hopefully be spitting these things out much more rapidly. I'd like to commit to doing them every week. I'm a nerdy dude, and I have a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things that I'm interested in that I'd like to share with you guys, and so I am going to do my best to make these happen every week, despite my chaotic schedule here. So, speaking of Infernal, the Infernal Remix EP is close to wrapping up. That's going to be super sick. It's got a lot of super heavy hitters on it, man. It's got Moth. If you've never heard of Moth and you love hard bass music, you need to go look him up right now, and you will break your neck as soon as you start listening to him. He's amazing. He's got a really sick remix of Dark One, and then we've got Brat Killa, who's another heavyweight, super hard, super heavy hitter dude. He's doing Vit Code. We got Noya. He also did a really bang up job on Vit Code. Curious Control, super amazing liquid drum and bass stuff going on there. And Freddie Todd, another one of my bass brothers, man, from the Mitten. He's doing a remix. So I'm really excited, and the details about that will be popping off shortly, so keep your eyes open for that. In the musical realm, I've been really busy. I just finished up a remix for the Mighty Blue Stolly for his latest Sonic Assault on the World, and the next chapter of his madness there. So go check out his pages so you can stay up to date with that and see when that's going to be released. I'll also keep you guys posted as well. But I'm really stoked on that release. I did a remix for my bass brother Stay Loose, who's out there killing it right now. He just put out a release out on Die High, a freebie. Go check that out and grip it. Amazing melodic future bass stuff. Something to just ride through the galaxy in your UFO whip with your lady, smoking on some weird galactic stuff and sipping on gin and plutonium or whatever it is you do. Perfect galaxy cruising music. Go check that out. So I did a remix for him called Spaceship Girl, and it's real funky. It's something different than what you would expect me to do, and I'm stoked to see what you guys think of that. I got a lot of different kinds of music coming. I've done the bass metal stuff primarily and focused on that, and I'm really stoked to present you guys with some other things I got on my sleeve, so keep eyes and ears open and minds open. Be open-minded, okay? It's a big musical galaxy out there, guys, okay? Be open-minded. So I finished that up. I did a remix for Combi Christ. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's done. It's out in the universe. Wrapping something up for Josh Money right now. That's super cool. Kind of some like bass nectary vibes on that. And then a whole bunch of demos for myself that I'm rapping on, and just been super busy bee. I did a tune with my fellow Detroit brother Octared not too long ago, and we were holed up at the Red Bull Music Academy Detroit base camp, where they locked a bunch of super crazy producers from all over the country into one really awesome studio and told us to play together and come up with stuff, and so we came up with some really cool things there. You can search the internets for that. That's also a sound you're not used to hearing out of me, so go check that out. Again, what's up, Joel? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Go check him out. He's Octared, Cocky Balboa, Marshall Applewhite, all in one person. Really forward-thinking Detroit bass music, really kind of forging his own path. So go check him out too. Yeah, man. Let me look at my notes here. What else has been going on? It's been, it's hard to catch you guys up on months worth of stuff here. Let's see. I had the mighty ill.Gates stay with me for a little while. That was a super awesome experience. The tour that he was on with Excision and all those cats had a Detroit stop. He was here for a few days, and he needed a super secret project to get knocked out, so I was able to let him hang out in my humble studio here, and it was really amazing to have him. I learned a lot from him. He turned me on to the MIDI fighter here, actually, which I'm super stoked about. This thing actually, it's lighting up because it's got motion sensors in it, and it can tell when you're tilting it. And it's a bunch of arcade buttons that fire off, and I like it. I like it a lot better than pads, because pads like have sensitivity. I mean, that's like a different thing. I use those for something sometimes too. But I really, really dig this thing. You can get that at DJ Tech Tools. And I love it. I use it for all kinds of stuff. Maybe I'll do a video on that in the future. Yeah, it was awesome to have him here. I learned a lot of cool stuff from him, and it was a great time. What up, man? If you're out there and you're watching, I appreciated the time spent with you. Learned very much. What else is going on? Oh yeah, big up to Noah for getting the first OCTiV tattoo that I'm aware of. Noah got the octagram tattooed, or he did it to himself. That's crazy, man. Big ups to you. What up to you, Danny? Thanks so much for the drawings, man. I can't rip it off my wall because I have it, but I keep it up in my studio, and the letter and stuff. He did a cool, I'll flash a picture of it up. He did a really cool picture of me, man. I really appreciate that. Although, the next time you send candy, man, you gotta like code, and you send it to the fixed office. You gotta put like in a Pandora's box. I like peanut butter M&Ms sometimes, okay? And if you do send them, you got to put them in like a secret coded box to keep Josh and Blue Stally and Clay away from them, because otherwise I don't get any, because they're devilish in their ways with their candy, man. Okay, so anyway, I appreciate anything I get. Man, speaking of the octagram, make sure you go grip the OCTiV Black Magic Galaxy t-shirt. I'll flash it up here too. Super stoked on that one. I designed it myself. I borrowed, some of that look and feel from some other clothing companies that I'm into. Really digging it. Says all hail base metal on the bottom of it. Super rowdy. So if you're feeling it, go check it out. I think it's on sale right now too, so definitely go grip that. What else is going on? Yeah, I'm working on a collaboration with the mighty KJ Saka. Super stoked on that. I owe him some stuff right now, and it's the next thing on my chopping block. It's some super original sounding stuff. Can't wait for you guys to check that out. Can't wait to finish that. I'm sure you can't either. All right, next up, you guys asked me some questions, and I wanted to answer them. This is something that I may or may not keep doing, so let me know if you want me to keep doing this, or if you have questions. Shoot them out there, and I will do my best to answer them. Number one from Pokemon. Question number one: how did you get into the music scene, and any tips for newbies? From Pokemon. Well, yes. Number one: work super hard, and plan on working super hard for a really long time without anyone caring about anything that you're doing at all. Make sure that you are working as hard as you can, and make sure that you're creating something that's unique, because people always notice hard work and a product that's really unique. So that is the best thing that you could possibly do. There's so much regurgitated crap. There's so much just like formula snatching and so much incestuous weirdness that's happening right now in music and art everywhere and everything. All the time, the best thing that you can do for yourself and for everybody else here is strive to make something that is completely unique sounding and work really hard at it. I'm not saying that I create anything that's like completely groundbreaking and completely strange and weird, but I do my best. So that's what I would say. Work hard, be weird, people will notice. Danny Kansky asks, how do you usually come up with or start your songs, or what helps inspire you to make the things you do? And that was actually the second part of the first question, was what's my greatest inspiration musically and whatnot. And without a doubt, hands down, this is my inspiration. This is everything to me. So I'm able to play different instruments and things like that, but the guitar is where my heart and soul is at, and I can just pick it up and it knows how I'm feeling and it comes out sounding like how I'm feeling. And so while I may write like, you know, a lot of different ways, maybe I start with a beat or this and that, I mean, the guitar is my go-to source. So I will write about how I'm feeling. I will write about, you know, for instance, the song Die Tonight on Infernal, I wrote that when I was in Honduras. I was really just inspired by the environment there, and it was just that pulse and that rhythm that got me going in there, and I started working that tune out on the patio, overlooking the ocean, this amazing, like, super third world tropical island place, and I just felt that, and I busted it out. So, you know, I take things in from my surroundings, how I'm feeling, things that are happening in my personal life, and, you know, man, like, it just depends, and so you'll hear a lot of different sides of how I am musically coming out in my next releases. It's not just all going to be rah bass metal stuff. There's a lot of melodic stuff that I have to offer too, and I'm really excited for you guys to check that out. But my number one inspiration is just to communicate and use the symbolism that I'm aware of sonically to communicate with you guys and provide textures as another voice for myself for what's happening in here and get these ideas out. So yeah, hope that answers your question. Another question is, where'd you get that crazy touchscreen guitar? It's called a Misa Katara. I fell in love with it the second I saw it, had to have it, and I made it mine. I love it. I don't use the built-in synth. I use it as a MIDI controller mostly, and I love it to death. Use it for my live shows still to this day. And if you haven't seen me use that, just do a search in the YouTube box up here, but subscribe first. Subscribe to me right now. But do a search up there for Octave OnStar. I did an OnStar commercial, and I use it in there, and you can get a good look at it there. Or come to a show. Or make me come to you in your city, in your town, by requesting me to your local promoters. And you can see it in person. Alec Welch asked if it's better to mic in guitars or just direct play them to your computer through a USB cable when you're using your room as a makeshift studio. He's asking basically, should I use software or try to record in my room? Software, and the short answer. And the reasons are abundant, but the number one and most important thing is that you spend a lot of time on your guitar tone. A being with professional guitar tones, don't just slap on some preset and call it a day. It takes a lot of work, but it's worth it. And in fact, a lot of big studios these days that I know of for a fact are using software amps to achieve their sounds, even though they have a great live room or an ISO booth. But you don't have a $15,000 microphone in your bedroom unless, like, I don't know, you're a chic or something. I have no idea. Maybe you do. Maybe you shred like that. If so, more power to you. But I would still say, if it's your first foray into these things, do your homework, look on forums, look around, talk to people, B your tones, take it seriously. Your guitar tone is important. That's something that I've been really working to upgrade in my new material. So yeah, you guys will get to check that out soon. Thanks for the question. What is your fetish? And then another sexually related question, do you play your own music during sex? And then Steve Worth asks, have you thought about releasing another mixtape? I bet you would murder it in cold blood. You know, it's funny, Steve, that you say that, because I am working on a new mixtape. Something a little special. And you know what, man? I'm also ready to murder it in cold blood. That's all for the questions for now, and I hope you guys ask me some more things. I actually really like to do that. Again, check back in the real near future, or subscribe so you can stay in touch with me a lot faster. I'm going to be doing these things a lot more frequently. I'm a huge nerd. I like a lot of things. I'm going to tell you guys all about these things that I like. If you would like to hear about something specific from me, you want to know anything, put that down in the comments below and let me know what you want to hear more about, because I'm going to be talking at you and I want to make sure that you would like to hear it. Anyway, nice rapping with you guys. Be well, be safe. I'll see you soon.